Hello, and thank you for joining me. This is the second part of my programme on coping strategies for mental health. And what I'd like to share with you for this second practice are some of the very simple tools that we can utilise from the Hatha Yoga tradition. So we all have times where we feel stressed, anxious, depressed, panic attacks even. And there are simple tools which, as I say, I can share with you. I'm not saying that it's an instant fix, it's an instant cure, but it's something tangible that we can use as a coping mechanism, a coping strategy for our day-to-day life. So the first one I'm going to share with you is a mudra. It's Jnana Mudra, the mudra of knowledge, the mudra of wisdom. And this can be used when you are feeling stressed, anxious, or especially if you know you're going to be moving into a situation which maybe will induce a feeling of tension, panic even. So Jnana Mudra simply is to bring the tips of your index finger to touch the tips of your thumb. So making that connection, and do you know what? In that simple touch, that simple connection, boom, everything changes. Nothing remains the same. Boom, you make that connection, and it's a realization, it's a reminder to you that whichever situation you're finding yourself in, however you're feeling, will change. It won't stay the same. And just as much as the situation around us is constantly changing, so our inner landscape, our thoughts, feelings, our emotions are constantly changing. Now, I use a simple analogy about a hole in the road, and this analogy, it relates to the thoughts we have about ourselves, the way we feel about ourselves, and we become that familiar with the thoughts, with those feelings, that in a way we make them a part of ourselves. And really our thoughts are uninvited. We don't ask to think how we think. We don't ask to feel how we feel. And there is an empowerment in the simple recognition of those thoughts, the awareness of those feelings. So the analogy is, in the morning, you wake up, you step out of your house, you walk down the road, you fall in this hole. And the hole is this familiar pattern of thinking about yourself. And it's usually in a negative way, or recognizing at the moment that you feel in a certain way and thinking you're always going to feel that way, and that's not the case. So you fall into this hole. The first time when you try to climb out, it's a challenge. But you do climb out of the hole, you carry on walking down the road. The second day you wake up, you step out, you walk down the road, you fall into that hole. But now, through the tools of our practice, you become more familiar with the process. You recognise those thoughts. You realise those thoughts are just an aspect of yourself. It's not the full picture. So it's easier to climb out of the hole, to carry on walking down the road. The next day you wake up, you step out, you walk out, you fall down the hole. But by now you're becoming so familiar with the ways you climb out of the hole. You become so familiar with these patterns of thoughts, and in the power that you have in acknowledging the thoughts, well then, with time, with grace, then maybe you won't be thinking in that way. Maybe you won't feel that way. And to finish with the analogy, you get up, you step out of your house, you walk down the road, you see the hole, you walk around the hole. If you found this helpful, please let me know. Make a comment, subscribe, put on your notification bell. There's going to be the third in this programme on coping strategies for mental health, so we're all just moving through this life and we're sharing the love. Thank you.